Hello, I'm Stephen Sschrader, and I'm a Libertarian running for president in 2020. In this video, I'm going to be discussing the current state of the Democratic and Republican national parties. For decades, the relationship between the parties in Washington was one of constantly moving and flexing power bases, depending on numbers of which party were in Congress, how many, where from, big states, small states, and shifting alliances between people. However, this changed in 2008 with the election of Barack Obama. And the Democrats realized that they no longer had to negotiate in good faith. All they had to do to get the Republicans to cave was to threaten with calling them bad names, such as hater, racist, misogynist. It went on and on. And it didn't matter if they had any evidence or anything to support it. Their sycophants in the press would immediately tear into the victim like Ramsay Bolton's hounds from Game of Thrones. So they got the Republicans so scared of them that they couldn't do anything. And this relationship was first indicated during the debate on Obamacare, when Democratic Party head Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House, told the Republicans, you have to vote for it before you can read it. Ladies and gentlemen, those are the words of an abuser to their victim, a sadist to their victim. And this relationship was confirmed in 2016 with the election of Donald Trump. First off, Trump proved to the world that an abuser only has the power over you that you give them, and he wasn't taking any of it. And the responses of the two parties were as you would expect. The Democrats responded as any sadist is when they've been stymied, irrational fury, and they're still furious. Meanwhile, the Republicans, when they had an opportunity to escape their oppressors, they didn't. Rather, like the individual in an abusive relationship, they went after the rescuer in the form of the passive aggression they used for the last 2 years towards Donald Trump. Oh, they had talked a good game to get reelected. They had promised that if they had the opportunity, they were going to repeal and replace Obamacare. They didn't. They were going to secure the border. They didn't. They were going to get a grip on federal spending. They didn't. For that matter, the only two things that they did in the entire 2 years was, one, it took a lot of diplomatic arm twisting by President Trump, but they managed to repeal the mandate in Obamacare. However, since they didn't repeal Obamacare, all it's going to take is for the Democrats to get back in power again, and they will replace it. Simple as that. So the Republicans have done nothing there. The other one was, as they were about to go into the 2018 election cycle, they passed Trump's tax cuts. Notice I said it was Trump's tax cuts, because no congressional Republican was going to put their name on it and risk raising the ire of their persecutors. Now, I don't blame victims, particularly when it comes to abusive relationships. However, when you have the opportunity to escape the relationship and you don't, you are no longer a victim, you are an enabler. And America, why in the world would you vote for sadists or their enablers when you can make America sane again by voting libertarian? What possible rationale can you have for that? Now, if you want to see the other videos in this series, you can either go to my campaign website, www.sschrader, S-C-H-R-A-D-E-R, for president, the number 2020.com, or go to YouTube and type in S. Sschrader campaign, and you might have to do some scrolling down, but they're all there. And now, good night.